In this video, I convert up a post-apocalyptic Space Marine lieutenant. Hello Bitsbreed, this is Craig from bitsbox.co.uk here. So yeah, this is a conversion video where I'm going to be converting up a lieutenant or lieutenant, however you want to say it, for my Space Marine Primaris army, who are like a post-apocalyptic theme. You may have seen the previous video where I showed off a few miniatures. And I did say that I'll do a video where I make one. I'm probably going to do a couple of these. I'm really enjoying doing this army. And yeah, I thought I'd just do a video showing off the lieutenant, showing how I go about sort of converting these. And this video is sort of filmed sort of in real time. I don't really have a plan as such going into it. I like to do my videos this way. I know some people have said I should plan them a bit more, but I like to try and make them feel a little bit more natural. And yeah, I'm quite happy with the end product as well, and I hope you guys will be too. So, before we begin, as always, if you're new to the channel and you like all things hobby related, then please do feel free to hit that subscribe button. And a big shout out and a massive thank you to all of our Patreons, who you can now see on the screen now. Now, if you don't know what a Patreon is all about, there is a link down below. We offer things like free shipping on our website, monthly bits bags, and all sorts. So yeah, and some videos do go up early as well. So yeah, if you want to see what that's all about and you want to support us, there is a link down below. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. Okay, so yeah, we'll be building a lieutenant for these shortly. But first I thought I'd just take this opportunity to show off some infiltrators I've been working on, because I'm really happy with how they've turned out. Now if you follow us on social media, you'd have seen these dudes already. But yeah, essentially we've got our little leader here, and he's got one of these following the theme of having the sort of mohawk from the Necromunda range. Just uses a couple of bits from the Reavers. Got some pouches from the Death Watch. There's like this big old skull on his shoulder pad. Oh, excuse me. Which I think is from the Skull set. Got some Necromunda Goliath accessories on the back. I think the bolt gun's actually from the Shadowspear Captain. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now the rest of these guys all use these heads from the Forge World Sons of Horus set. So that's from their upgrade set. I've also got some Death Guard heads and some Night Lords ones. I'm very tempted to use a Night Lord head on our lieutenant later on in the video, but I added a few random spikes to the shoulder pad, something I want to try and do a bit more of in this army. These are from the crew. Got some extra pouches. Again, head from the same set. We've got some pouches and some spikes from the Goliath. We've got some armor plates and a little knife there from the Tempestos Scions. This guy, I've changed the end of his gun, and that's from Kharadron Overlords. What are they called? I don't know what they're called. I can't remember what they're called. Thunderers? Grandstock Thunderers? I think that's what they are. Again, some other little bits, some spikes there. And that's from the Necromunda Goliath as well. This guy uses bolt gun from the Chaos Space Marines. I really like the ones that are holding the ammo belt. It's not perfect, but kinda lines up. Kinda. Yeah. It's fine. Look right when it's painted. Arm panel from the Orcs there. Same knife, or similar knife, I think, from the Goliaths. No, I think it's the same one. I quite like that one. And yeah, another little accessory from the crew. So yeah, I really like these. I think they come out really well. Nudge the camera. However, we're not going to focus on them anymore, because we're going to start by building a lieutenant. Now, here's the basis of him. This is the one that we actually used to take a photograph of the miniature for our website. So I've had to dismantle him, which is why it looks all ugly in the joints and that. I even took the knife off because I'll put something else there, I think. But yeah, these miniatures are such a good base for this theme. So yeah, we're going to start adding some bits and pieces to him. So the Shadowspear loadout says that he has his grav chute, which we already have on his back. a master-crafted Oculus bolt carbine, which is pretty cool. A bolt pistol, close combat weapon, and frag and crack grenade. So, yeah, the original arms, which I'm not really going to use. I've got a couple of sets of them actually lying about now, but just got a little knife, and that's his master-crafted bolt gun. It just looks like a regular bolt gun with a thing on, so we could probably get away with using any old bolt gun for this. And of course, for close combat weapon, the options are pretty limitless. So yeah, I'm going to try and think of something very sort of post-apocalyptic for his close combat weapon. Maybe do up some sort of a custom bolt gun, give him a nice head, and see if there's any other bits and pieces that we're going to add to him. So yeah, let's begin. Okay, so first thing I actually want to do, I'm thinking let's not focus on his bolt gun that much and just give him a holstered one. So I got this one from the attack bike, and I'm just going to stick that on here. Now this is where I had the knives attached, so it's just a complete mess. So you can cover that up with this bolt gun, and that's going to go on there pretty nicely as well. You've already got the straps in place. I think maybe more like that. Like so. Now I'm not too concerned about how messy his armour looks. We'll cover a lot of that up and go for post-apocalyptic theme and get away with it all. So, yeah. Okay, so eagle-eyed viewers will notice I've chopped that computer screen type thingy off his chest. Because I want to have a different arm. So this is an arm that goes across like so. So I'm going to do something interesting for his close combat weapon. At this stage, I will admit, I have, well, I wouldn't say I have no idea. I have a few ideas. I just haven't decided on what exactly. So this particular arm was from the Infiltrators. It's the one where they're sort of holding the gun like that, which is really cool. This one. So, yeah. I'm going to stick that on there like that. Now, obviously I've chopped the hand off. And of course we have lots of possibilities from what we could put on instead. This one's to glue. It's not the best joint in the world. There's a little bit of a gap that will probably be filled at a later date. I want to leave that on there to dry, like so. So I'm thinking of doing similar to what I've done with my Reaver Sergeant, maybe having a weapon he's holding, like an axe going down or something like that. Same with the sort of captain's sword thing, we saw that in the last video. He's still in the process of being painted. Maybe hold a weapon sort of like that. Possibly, that's what I'm thinking anyway, maybe having both hands sort of grasping it. And now we're going to focus more on his sort of close combat weapon and make it something interesting. I quite like the idea of having another sort of road sign type thing, but there's plenty of options certainly to keep with this theme. But right now I'm just focusing on the arms. I'm going to stop babbling on. Okay, so I've had a little look around about what sort of things I want now. I was thinking of giving him some sort of hammer or a mace, and I found this bit from the Orc Bikers, which I think is really cool. So we're going to use that mace head. Now I might chop off a little bit just on the end, I'm not entirely sure, because I'm going to have it sort of like angled down like that, and then he'll have his hand on the top, like I've used in a couple of other miniatures. So yeah, I'll chop off this bit on the end. Ping over there. So for a handle, I'll have a look around, see if I've got anything else, and then we'll work out what to do with his other arm. I could have him holding like a grenade or something more interesting. We'll see. Yeah, you'd think I'd plan out these conversions a bit more before I start these videos, but I try and film them in whatever little free time I have, so it's sort of work it like that. But yeah, I'm sort of quite happy with how he's coming along now, so yeah, I'll find a nice bit and a hand for that as well. Okay, so when it comes to having sort of hands sort of out like sort of that, and for this arm, for the right arm, there's not many options, and I've pretty much used up the ones I've already had. But what I did find was this arm, which was holding some sort of weapon, probably a power axe or something, and I chopped it down. And we're going to have him holding it like that, and essentially this will be sort of backwards, so this will be the top of the weapon. And I'll put a piece in the middle, and that will give us our full weapon. So I've just got like a spear from the skeletons, which I think I used on the other guy as well. We can just use a round piece of pole from there. You can use anything really. And yeah, that will give us our mace weapon. Pretty cool. Now, I'm wondering whether that might be a little bit too thin for this, but it's going to be sort of makeshift, and you know, that should be perfect. Certainly do not strive for perfection when it comes to this force. It's all very sort of mismatch. So yeah, I'm going to cut all that down, get it all glued together, and then I'll be back. Okay, so yeah, I actually went for a thicker pole in the end. I think it's some Skaven pole. So yeah, that's how he's sort of holding it there. Maybe sort of using it like a walking stick type thing. That's quite cool. We need something on the end. And I thought about having this sort of ball and chain from the Cawdor gang. Because it's too small to use as a weapon for a Space Marine, but I want to use it in this army. So that could be really good to have on the end, and I'm really going to sort of just bend the chain sort of like that. And then I'll pop that on the end. Hopefully that's not too much. Get that on. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Maybe have it there like so. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Is it going to stay in place? I hope so. Just need to get that perfectly straight though. Not perfectly straight, but straight enough. Yeah, I quite like that. So, yeah, slowly but surely he's coming along. I'm thinking of maybe just using a pointing arm or something for the other arm. I'll see what I can find. Okay, so after testing loads of different arm options, I just wasn't quite feeling it with a pointing arm. But he is armed with a bolt pistol as well, so I'm going to have a bolt pistol arm sort of edged down like that, and when this is dry I'll file that join and attach it onto there. And with that he has his bolt pistol. So now that that arm's like that, I can decide how to position the head. Now I'm going to use this head from, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's from the Horus Heresy Night Lords upgrade. It's that one there. It's got like a sort of skull thing on it. I think it'll work well. It'll make them sort of match for Reavers a little bit. And because the bolt gun arm is sort of positioned down, I'm going to have his head facing off this way. And the neck's really messy on this miniature, what's left. So I filed the one down on here and put it on there like so. So yeah, that's just stuck on with super glue, so that should dry nice and quick. Okay, so this is how he is looking with his arms and his head all on now. So it's literally now just a case of adding a few more little accessories and stuff to help fit with this theme. So, first thing I'm going to do, I've started using this on some of my recent conversions. These Kroot shoulder pads, see them there. They go quite well over the knees. And it just adds this extra sort of little bit of armour plate. And one thing I've been doing is adding extra little armour panels and stuff. Make it look like they're sort of patching up that armour. Any areas where it might be damaged, etc. Another thing I've been doing, as you have seen with conversions at the beginning, is adding a load of random spikes and stuff. Now it just so happens I've got loads on the desk already cut out. Now they're extremely fiddly, like really fiddly. I'm struggling to pick them up. You have to sort of try and get them between your nails. And I don't really have nails, but yeah, very small. These are cut off the... These are actually the tips of a prosecutor's wings. There's hundreds of things you could get little spikes and stuff off. But essentially I'll just stick some blobs of glue on the shoulder pad. I'm going to do it on this one. And then you just... Better than this, you stick them up. And this is probably better to do with, like... what are they called? Little tweezers or something like that, but once again in position, once glue dries, they do go on pretty solid. I'll just do loads of blobs of glue all over. Get another one there, like so. And I like to just have them on sort of randomly in random directions. Obviously sort of sticking out still. But yeah, they're extremely fiddly. So if you do have tweezers or something, I highly recommend them. I probably have got some somewhere. But as you can see, I'm building up a load of random spikes. You could have short spikes. As you can see, I'm not really too worried about putting massive blobs of glue on there. Doesn't really matter. These are all meant to be sort of post-apocalyptic. Everything's just sort of bashed on, and obviously once you paint these, if you paint them in the style that I've been painting, all these little things you won't even notice by the time the painting's done. That one's... Oh, I do wish I had some tweezers. But I can use my clippers, look, to bring that up. And if it stays up, it'll be alright. But wherever it ends up, that's fine. Okay, that one's not playing ball, but of course, they're all fine when you're not filming them. And get up there like so. There we go. So yeah, loads of these random spikes. That one I'm gonna move them because it's plastic glue. You get a little bit of time to work with it. But unfortunately, it does give them time to move via gravity. But yeah, I've got these random spikes now. Sorry if it's going out of shot. I'll probably add another one as well. This one is still moving, so I'll lay him down while that dries, so gravity doesn't take it down. I just took it right off now. Yeah, I'm going to switch the camera off and be back. This one's being pesky. I'll probably replace it with another one. Okay, so here is the finished conversion. Obviously you could add even more to them if you so wish. I haven't done anything on the backpack. Sometimes I add odd little bits, but this guy's got loads of pouches and stuff. I try and make sure they all have loads of pouches, and so far I've done like Reavers and Infiltrators, and they have quite a lot of stuff like that anyway, which is pretty cool. So yeah, he's got his big makeshift sort of hammer thing there. Now this only counts as being equipped with a close combat weapon, but that is cool because that just gives you sort of loads of possibilities what to give him. Don't give him, you know, I'm not going to give him something boring. So yeah, it looks more powerful than it is in game, but to be honest, I don't care. It just looks cool. Well, at least I think it looks cool. Hopefully you guys think it looks cool as well. Obviously there's so many different things I could have done here, so yeah, I'm not sure if I spoke too much detail about his arm, but essentially I took one of the infiltrator arms and then just added a bolt gun on the end of there. So that's pretty much all I did there. I almost used the regular Space Marine arm, but it just looked a bit too weedy in comparison, so yeah, that's the reasoning behind that. And yeah, there's a slight little gap around the neck for sort of neck armour thing. Doesn't seem to be there. Maybe I'll put a bit of green stuff or plasticard in there just to fill up the gap. But I know in past conversion videos I've had a little bit issues with neck joins, but this one's okay. It's just the missing the armour makes it look a little bit strange. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how he's turned out. Got the Imperial Fist shoulder pad on there as well. Maybe I'll add a little pouch or something extra onto the shoulder pad. It looks a little bit bare, or maybe just when I paint it, I'll make it look quite all destroyed up and that. But you'll see all that in the next video in this series, because in the next video in this series I'm going to paint the bugger. So yeah, I'll show you how I do the sort of battle damaged and worn armour. Now I've got a very old video on the channel which uses a similar method, but we'll take that a little bit further. And yeah, so you'll see how I paint these, and you can apply that method to any chapter just by swapping out the yellow basically for a different colour. So yeah, that's the next one to look forward to. I'll probably do another conversion video in the future as well. I quite enjoy making these, so quite fun to just show you guys on camera. So yeah, I've babbled on enough. This video is probably way longer than it needs to be already, so thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any comments down below. Of course, if you have any suggestions for anything you'd like to see on the channel, then definitely leave them in the comments. I read every comment, I reply to a majority of them as well, so don't feel afraid to leave your 2 cents down below. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all again very soon. If you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. You can also click that bell icon to be notified when a new video has gone live on this channel. On the screen now are 2 more videos that you may wish to check out, and a link to our Patreon page also. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.